What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you, thank you, thank you for the love. I've been seeing y'all starting to like my videos a little bit, okay? I'm gonna get right to this video. This topic has been on my mind for a minute too. Like, this is some real stuff. And I have to talk about it, okay? But before I get started, like this video. If you like relatable content, I talk about my real life experience, things that I've been through in the past, just real life stuff that I have endured in my life that I feel like somebody out there can relate to me. Because I know I'm not the only one that's been through these things, okay? And I know I'm not the only one that's experiencing the stuff that's going on in this world, okay? Before I get started, though, I want to say this is not a dig to anybody. This is not a dig to no specific you. This is no dig to anybody. If you like your femininity channels, if you enjoy those contents, support your favorite girly. I'm not saying that. I just want to talk about what I started noticing that I felt wasn't genuine, okay? Because I was just like you. I wanted to watch those femininity channels because I needed help. You know what I'm saying? I needed help. You know, I was lacking in some areas in my life, and I knew I needed some tips to become a better version of myself. But, I started seeing these things going on. So keep supporting your girlies. I'm not saying don't watch femininity channels. I just want to talk about what I was seeing. And, I know somebody could relate, okay? So I want to say, like, during pandemic days, that's when I started seeing an uprise on these type of topics. How to be feminine, how to do this. I never knew these videos existed. I never knew. I didn't even know there was content like that. How to be a feminine woman, how to be a masculine man, those type of videos. So I started showing some type of interest. So I started watching them. Wear makeup, how to enhance your beauty. I'm not gonna lie, I took some tips. I started wearing more makeup, and I was attracting more guys when I started leveling up my beauty, right? But then it took a turn when I started noticing like it was a lot of contradicting. And I'm talking about those girls that be like, oh, wear this if you want to attract this man. Oh, do this if you want to be a wife. Do this if you want to be taken seriously. Wear this type of makeup. You need to wear this. You need to wear that. Do this so you can get a man. And what I'm noticing is you're telling me to do this to attract a man, or you're telling me to do this to be a wife. But sis, y'all don't even be having a man. How the hell you telling me to do this femininity crap to get a man when the person that's telling me don't even have a man themselves? I'm like, hold on. You mean to tell me you're telling me some tips and you don't even have a man? You don't even have a husband. How you telling me to get a husband, how to get a husband when you don't even have a husband? I was like, hold on, this don't sound right. So, whatever. I kept going. But that's what I'm talking about. They're telling us, do this to get a husband. Do this to be more attractive. Do this, do that. But the whole time, they're not practicing what they preach. They're not practicing what they preach. I literally was watching a specific person. They're telling women to go and do this. You need to do this to be a wife. You need to do this to attract a husband. But when I go follow them on Instagram, guess what this person is doing? They're twerking. They're wearing revealing clothes. They're showing their butts. They're dressing overly sexy. And I'm like, that's how you get a husband, dressing like that? And you twerking online. Literally twerking. Wives don't twerk? I thought wives don't twerk. Wives ain't shaking their butt on the internet. I just thought that was weird. Like, how you gonna tell me to do this to get a husband, but you showing your butt and your ass on your Instagram page? I was like, oh no. Another story was, then they're telling us, oh, wear your natural hair. Stop wearing wigs. Wear your natural hair. Stop wearing wigs. Okay? It was good for the good 3 to 6 months. And guess what this person started doing again? Wearing wigs again. How you gonna tell? And I don't wear wigs, you guys. I don't wear wigs. But for the women that do, right? They're telling you wear your natural hair. Now she's telling you to go get a wig. And now she's trying to sell you a wig. She's telling you to go get this wig because she want to get she's got a sponsorship or something, and she want to sell you some hair. So now she's telling you to go buy her wig. She just told us 3 months ago to wear natural hair. I was like, okay, this ain't it. Like, literally, it's like they're telling us one thing, but they're doing the complete opposite. Wear your natural hair. Wear this type of makeup. Do this. You want to get a man? You see this dress I got on? Wear this dress. Now they want you to go to your bank account, go buy that dress. And the dress be like $170. I'm just like, girl, are you serious? Do this to get a rich man. Most of us are not going to get a rich man. It don't matter how fine we are looking. We are not going to get that rich man. I never wanted a rich man. I just wanted a good man. A good man. That when times get hard, he's there to help me out. I was never into that I want a rich man lifestyle. I don't want a rich man. Them rich men be evil. They be demonic. You don't want it. Get you a man that's going to help you out. Sis, if your rent is $1,200 a month and your side bills is $400 a month, he don't have to pay your rent. But as long as he pay, let's say he pays your bills. Your bills is $400 in total. He pays them bills for you. You should be appreciative of that. Yeah, you still have to pay your rent, but he paid your utility bills. So you just save $400 from your paycheck. But they're telling us to go get that rich man to pay for everything. That's not realistic. I wanted to be a better version of myself, but I never wanted to get that rich man. Like, I don't care about that. I want a man to just be there for me, okay? If I'm paying my rent's $1,100 a month. My utility's like $350. If he can pay that little $350 for me, I'm good. Because guess what? That $350, I can go invest that $350. I can go get some stocks. I can go put in my savings. It is what it is. Y'all be wanting these dudes to pay y'all rent. He don't live there. I don't need a man paying my rent if he don't live here. This is my place. Because when they start to pay your rent, they feel like they got ownership. Now they want to pop up at your house and think that they can just come into your home. No. That is your apartment. You should be able to maintain your rent. Now, if he come in and pay that car note, then that utility bill, be grateful for that. It goes a long way. Telling us we got to wear this and do this and do. Most of us are not in areas where the rich men are. We live in a hood. You live in a hood. How you gonna get a rich man? You live in a hood. It's not real. A lot of us live in a hood. We're not gonna get no rich man in the hood. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it's a little chance. So, it became so toxic. And then I started realizing it's just a hustle. You notice every few years the topics are changing. I don't even hear about relationships and dating anymore like that on YouTube. A lot of people are not talking about those topics anymore. Everything's like Christian, how to be a Christian. Now they want to be Christians. They want to do this. They want to do that. It's just a hustle. Like a woman cannot tell me, do this to be a wife. When, ma'am, you're on Instagram shaking your ass. I was like, hold on. I'm scrolling. I'm like, isn't this on Instagram wearing revealing clothing? You're telling me this is how to be a wife? You're not even a wife. You're not married. Why am I listening to these girls telling me what I need to do to get a decent man? Guys, we got to do what works for us. Lately, I haven't been wearing makeup. This is my natural look. And you know what? It worked fine for me. I still have men pursuing me. You know, I don't walk around saying I'm a baddie or none of that. I think I'm cute. I think, I'm cute. I could pull a man. But I was literally letting these women, like, tell me to go and do this, do that. Most of us don't even have the money for a wig. Y'all can't afford a wig like that. I don't even wear wigs. Do you think I got time to learn how to put on a wig? I don't want to watch a tutorial on how to put on a wig to be a baddie. I don't have time for that. So I got to wear a wig to go attract a man? I'm not doing that. I don't have time. I don't have money for a wig. We got to do what works for us. We got to do what works for us. Yes, I think we should level up. Look good. I do think, yes, take care of yourself. Care about what you look like if you do want to attract a decent man. But going over the top and doing this and doing that, it's like, now they're telling you to wear this, buy this wig, because they want your commission. They want that money. Now I see that you're trying to sell me something to be a baddie. Now I got to buy this. I got to buy that. It's all a money grab. This is why I have not watched the Feminity channel in the last couple of months. I don't even watch because another reason is getting regurgitated. They're talking about the same thing, but the title is just different. It's the same crap. You can attract a man if you just respect yourself. Let me tell you something. All you got to do is be yourself. Be sexy. Just be a little sexy. You don't have to put on all that wig and them makeups. You don't have to do all that. Be yourself. Be sexy. When I say be sexy, I'm not saying show all this. When I met my guy, I was coming from the gym. So I had on my 2-piece gym outfit with a little cute bun, looking like this, cute. And I got pursued. Now I'm getting help. When I need some gas money, I got it. I'm getting it. I didn't have to do all this. Where I put on some heels, put on a dress, $100 dress that most of us don't even have. I'm not going to be buying $100 dresses to what? For what? To try to get a man? To be feminine like that? No. Be yourself. Be your natural self. I'm not saying don't wear makeup. Wear your makeup. Wear your wig. Wear your natural hair. I'm just saying, like, we got to do what works for us. All this don't work for us. Most of the time, them girls, they got more money than us. That's why she can go buy a wig every other day. She got the funds for it. Most of us don't. Like these, I don't watch these channels no more. I'm done. No more Feminity channels. No more Feminity channels for me. I'm not doing it no more because it's detrimental. And you're going to be broke trying to follow everything that they're doing. Stop trying to look like somebody else. Just because they look the way they do, a lot of them are dying in the inside. Behind all those makeup and that weave, is something going on behind that. Because there's no way that you're telling me to do this, and sis, you don't even got no man yet. How you going to listen to somebody that don't even practice what they preach? How you going to listen to somebody to on how to get a man and they don't even have a man? That's what I was thinking. You can't tell me how to get a man. You can't tell me how to be a wife, and you're neither. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Like, these feminine channels, I don't watch them no more. I started doing what worked for me, which is being myself, caring about what I look, being quiet. Because a man don't like when women talk too much. Sometimes you just got to be quiet. Let the man do his thing. Go from there. A lot of y'all want him to come in and just pay your rent, pay your bills, pay this, pay that. It don't work like that. A lot of y'all don't even want to do a man a favor. Right when you meet a man, you want him to come in and pay for stuff. How about doing him a favor? Do him a little favor, and I guarantee you he gonna start coming in and helping you. A lot of y'all don't even want to do a simple favor for a man. Y'all just want money. It don't work like that. Realistically, it does not work like that. It don't matter how much makeup you got, how much wigs you wearing. A man got to see that you're worthy. Y'all don't want to do a favor. He can ask you, babe, I need some dog food. My dog needs, can you go to PetSmart? I'll send you the money. A lot of y'all don't even want to do that. If a man that I like, that I'm interested in, and we vibing, if he need a favor, if he need me to go run to PetSmart, go give him some damn dog food, guess who doing it? I'm doing it. Because I like him and I want to be his lady, his wife in the future. A lot of y'all don't want to do that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. How about doing it? Once he sees that he's doing stuff, you're doing stuff for him, he's gonna come back and he's gonna give you that money that you want. If he asks you to go to the store, go get him something, go do it. A lot of y'all don't want to do a favor for a man, but y'all want him to come in and be paying all this stuff. It's not gonna work. That's why all these girls are going out of town and they coming up missing. Because they too busy chasing that bag. They don't want to do nothing for a man. That's why their bodies is getting chopped up. I hate to say it like this, but it's true. It's happening. You think I want to go on a trip with a man that I don't know? Hell no. But if we vibing, we kicking it, and he need me to do a favor for him because he's working late, I'm going to go do that favor for him. I don't care how early in the relationship it is. That's what we're here to be, a helpmate to a man. Help him out, and he's going to come back, and he's going to pay for them nails. He's going to pay for that hair. But they got to see us doing stuff for them. If we can't just be take. Because if he need a favor and you don't want to do it, guess what he going to do? Go ask another woman to do it. Now you're competing with somebody else, and a lot of y'all don't want to compete. I don't want no other chick coming in. I'll go do it for him if I'm able to. It's that simple. A lot of us don't have that femininity role model. A lot of us didn't have women in our life to really teach us. So what I'm saying is, do what works for you. Okay? Be the best version of yourself. Be yourself. Care about what you look like. You don't have to break the bank to do all this crap to get all these men. Because it'll never work. Okay, that's what I want to talk about. Stop watching the Feminity channels. They're no good. They're selling you a dream. They're trying to sell you something. And at the end of the day, you're going to end up broke trying to be a baddie. Be yourself. Be cute. Stay in shape. At least try to stay in shape. Change your attitude. If you got a bad attitude, change your attitude a little bit. And I guarantee you're going to get a decent dude. Ain't no rich man out here, so stop looking. You're going to be single forever to try to find you one. Okay, sis? All right. But that's it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Come on, help me get monetized. Help me get monetized. I'm out of here.